Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And right now, I have a little update for you guys on the Terra ecosystem. Well, actually, Do Kwon just came out with an entire new revival plan, so Luna might not be dead? Well, we'll cover that in this little update. We also have a little update from Binance, which I think is interesting, so stick around and enjoy as we read through. Do Kwon said this over on the official Agora. There's been several community and validator groups discussing launching a fork of the Terra chain to make the ecosystem whole from the UST depegging event. Wanted to offer my perspective on how this should be done. As of this time, there are still several billions of dollars worth of UST, and the value of Luna token has fallen to essentially zero. Even if the peg were to eventually restore after the last marginal buyers and sellers have capitulated, the holders of Luna have so severely been liquidated and diluted that we will lack the ecosystem to build back up from the ashes. While a decentralized economy does not need decentralized money, UST has lost too much trust with its users to play the role. So what remains? Now, while UST has been the central narrative of Terra's growth story over the last year, the Terra ecosystem and its community is what is worth preserving. Okay. We've built up one of the largest and most vibrant developer ecosystems in crypto, with some of the smartest minds in the world working on products with the best UI UX. Terra Station has a large install base with million-plus users across the world. Although in distress, strong brand recognition and a name that almost everyone in the world will have heard about. The Terra community must reconstitute the chain to preserve the community and the developer ecosystem. Validators should reset the network ownership to 1 billion tokens, distributed among, quote, 400 million to Luna holders before the depegging event last $1 tick before the depeg on Binance should be reasonable. B Luna, Luna X, and Luna held in contracts should also be recipients minus the Terraform Labs account at an address. The new chain should be community owned. Preserving decent ownership of the network in its strongest believers and builders is important. Then another 40% or 400 million coins to UST holders pro rata at the time of the new network upgrade. UST holders need to be made whole as much as possible. 100 million to Luna holders at the final moment of the chain halt. Last minute, marginal Luna buyers should be compensated for the role in attempting to provide stability for the network. And then 10% to the community pool to fund future development. All Luna besides the third tranche should be staked at the network genesis state, and the network should be incentivized its security with a reasonable inflation rate, say 7%, as fees will no longer be enough to pay for security without the swap fees. Call to action. Why does this redistribution make sense? UST holders need to own a large share of the network, as the network's debt holders, they deserve to be compensated for the tokens they have been holding to the end. Terra needs a community to continue to grow and make its block space valuable again. The only way to do this is to make sure that token holders before the attack commenced, the most loyal community members and builders, stick around to keep providing value. It's a hard balance and no easy answers in distributing value within the network. But value must be distributed to allow the ecosystem to survive. And in its current state, it probably will not. Now, the future of the Terra network. The rallying cry for the Terra community has always been, quote, a decentralized economy needs decentralized money, end quote. This is an exciting vision, and while UST has not been successful, the Terra community will find ways of iterating on the idea at some point in the future. But the priority should be to preserve the amazing ecosystem and make as many users and builders as possible. Make as many users and builders as possible? Wait a minute. Did he just kind of exit scam us though? Wait. Terra should first preserve its layer 1, and the community should gather to discuss decentralized money once the dust has settled. Wait a minute. What? I hope the community can achieve speedy consensus on how to revive the Terra ecosystem. I'll always be here. Did I just get exit scammed on? You might think, oh, but this is really nice. He's just saying he's basically saying, you know what, I give up. Let's think of a new idea. I thought this was actually going to be, I didn't read this before. I saw it right now. I was like, let me make a video instantly. I thought I thought this was going to be a, here's how we can revive UST. I'm confused. So the reason I say that is because CZ was a little disappointed in Terra before, right? Hopefully you guys all saw it. However, he let go a pretty positive statement regarding it, where it was like, you know what? I think they'll just go for either some VC backing or whatnot. Let's give it a second to load right here. Oh. So once more, if you check CZ's Twitter, you'll find one of the things which he said is, hey, we're not really liking what UST/Luna is doing right now. We think you have to just turn things back on and see what happens. And he then said, we're in a no-phone meeting for 2 hours at least. There's progress. Luna blockchain resumed, no more minting, and deposits, withdrawals, and trading resumed. Trading is important for existing holders to be able to exit or whatever. Please do not buy a coin just because trading is on. Do your own research, extreme caution. And here above, many people don't get this point. If we didn't push the issue, the Terra blockchain may still be in halted mode, or worse, with super minting. If you don't realize, the Terra supply, the Luna supply, went from 300 million or so to, how much would it be right now? 6 trillion or so within a day or two. So yeah, that was definitely not the right way to do it. And that was literally what just kind of destroyed everything way further. It just went out of proportion. The halting as well made people lose their. Oh, the microphone just decided to cut itself. The halting as well made people lose their trust a little bit, because the fact that they were saying, you know what, let's turn it off so nobody can actually withdraw, nobody can actually mint more Luna, nobody can yada yada, just to prevent hackers from coming in or any bad actors. Even though in theory it sounds nice, it's not a bad idea in theory, right? In practice, ooh. And that's also what CZ is coming in on now, saying you can't mint your way out of bankruptcy all the time. Guys, I was going to get a narrative of, man, maybe Terra is actually not done. And to be honest with you, the narrative should be, Luna, they've kind of given up on for right now. The Luna community and the whole idea/concept behind Luna might not be over. UST might not be done for. It depends on what happens now. He's saying this decentralized idea of having an algorithmic stablecoin or so, it might not have worked just quite yet. He's basically saying that. However, this does not exclude the idea that some new action could come out where they're actually going to back everything, collateralize everything properly with some VC money, for example, or the fact that some of the holders like you and I, if you were one, I definitely were one, are going to get compensated. I'm thinking now, the amount of money that I've lost if UST really cracks up, I can't really acknowledge that just quite yet. Luna itself, it wasn't too much that I had in Luna. The UST situation is what really cracks me up, though. Where I'm thinking, nah, it will probably fix itself, right? But then again, as I described earlier, it might be some wishful thinking because maybe everybody else has given up on it already. It's really, really hard to say. It really is. Then again, I do believe that they will find a new system, new way. I think the memes will also allow for it to get a little bit more severe. I wouldn't bet on Luna, the actual token itself, though. I would not buy that for anything in the world. Only if you're trying to gamble a little bit and try to make some quick 100x gains or so, purely because the market cap is so low. But Luna, I think, is completely dead. I don't see the purpose in that whatsoever. Then again, the community, it might still thrive. People definitely are kind of shocked by this, but that might actually turn out to be a really good idea for a new project. You might think, but people won't have trust. Well, you'd be surprised how quick people forget this type of stuff. You'd really be surprised. So the UST situation is dire. It depends on what action they take. It looks bad right now for sure. It's not looking good. Then again, things might come back up a little bit. Later today, I'll get you guys a little conspiracy video about everything that's going on in the background, maybe. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure you press the like button too. And I'll get you guys again in another crypto video later today. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you want to join our 2500 XP giveaway, check out the link down below and make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed.